Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona. Welcome back if you're joining me again. Today I'm sharing a 30-minute yoga stretch practice from the Rise and Stretch series of classes. And this is ideal if you've woken up and you're feeling stiff in your body or you'd like a slower morning. This practice offers mindful, gentle, full body stretches to help you release tension and feel more at ease. For practice today, you may wish to have a folded blanket or a cushion and a yoga block if you like practicing with props. I really hope you enjoy this practice. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. And begin your practice laying down on your back with your folded blanket close by. Draw your knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then one hand to each shin. With your head resting back, just begin to roll your knees away from one another, drawing small circles through your low back. And circle back. And lower your feet flat to the floor now, about hips width apart or a little wider for a flowing bridge. Rest your arms alongside your body. On your inhale, take just your right arm overhead, lift your hips into a soft bridge. As you lift, turn your gaze gently to your left. On your exhale, lower your spine, your arm back down, and return your gaze to center. Left side, breathe your left arm overhead, lift your hips, gaze to your right. And exhale, lower yourself down. Continue flowing like this, lifting and lowering with your breath, alternating the direction of your gaze. Just moving lightly, just enough to invite some space through your spine. And take one more round in each direction. And lower all the way down. Just pause there, take a long, slow, deep breath in. And gently release it. Lift your buttocks now and shift your folded blanket under your buttocks. Just enough lift to support your hips. And then draw your right knee in toward your chest. Extend your left leg forward along the mat and rest your left heel to the floor. Soften into the front of your right hip while gently lengthening through the front of your left. Take 3 slow breaths. And then rebend your left knee, place your foot flat to the floor, and we'll transition into a hamstring flow. Interlace your hands behind the back of your right thigh and extend your right heel up toward the ceiling. And then rebend your knee. Just moving slowly between the two. And as you reach up and release, try and maintain an intentional breath in a very understated, gentle motion. And then next time your right leg is extending, pause there. 3 breaths. Transition into a reclined figure four shape, pigeon on your back and on the blanket. Right ankle to the top of your left knee, hands interlaced behind your left thigh, and draw your left thigh toward you. And just notice how this variation feels in your body. The elevation of the blanket may offer a little more space to ease into your outer right hip, but if you'd like more sensation, slip the blanket out, find what feels good for you. Take another deep breath in and transition into a half happy baby on your right. Lower your left foot to the floor, hold the outer edge of your right foot, and you're easing your right knee down toward your armpit. Your left knee can wing out to the left a little to balance out through your spine. Take 2 to 3 slow breaths here. And then release. Place both feet to the floor. Pause for a moment. Notice the difference side to side. And then second side. Hug your left knee in toward your chest. Extend your right leg forward along the mat. Lengthening into the front of your right hip flexors. Kicking forward through your right heel. And then rebend your right knee. Place your foot flat to the floor. Transition into our hamstring flow. Hands interlaced behind the back of your left thigh. Reach and extend your left heel toward the ceiling. And rebend your knee. Moving slow between the two. Next time your left leg is extending, pause. Flex your foot, breathe slowly in and slowly out. 2 more breaths. Transition into a reclined figure four shape. Cross your left ankle to the top of your right knee. Hands behind your right thigh and draw your right thigh toward you. Inner left thigh goes wide and you're just seeking sensation in your outer left hip. Take one more cycle of breath. And then half happy baby on your left. Right foot to the floor. Ease your left knee down toward your armpit. Without over effort, just keeping your breath smooth and easy. And release. Place your feet to the floor. Lift your buttocks. Slip the blanket down. And then bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide. Lift your head and shoulders. Reach through. Hold your ankles. And take a few rocks and rolls through the length of your spine. Gather some momentum so you can rock your way up to a seated butterfly. Let's take a moment to settle on your sit bone. Holding the ankles, next inhale, gently arch your spine, open your throat, look up. Exhale, lower your chin to your chest, round your spine. Between the two, cycles of cow and cat. And come back to center. Moving into a side bend, extend your right leg long out to your right, sole of your left foot to your inner thigh. Reach your arms up on your inhale, and then lower your right hand to the floor, side bend to your right. Reach your left arm up and over. Rotating your chest open to the left. And on your inhale, rise through center, arms overhead. And then twist to your left, right hand to your left knee, left fingertips behind. Take an inhale to sit tall through your spine. And on your exhales, rotate to the left. 2 more breaths. And stay in your twist here. Transition into a gentle stargazer, left palm flat to the floor. Lift your hips, sweep your right arm overhead to your left. Opening your chest, pressing your hips forward. And then lower down. Left side, extend your left leg out to your left. Fold your right foot to your inner left thigh. And breathe your arms overhead. Side bend over to your left. Only as far as your breath stays easy. And inhale, rise upright. Exhale, twist to your right. Lift your spine tall from the ground of your pelvis. And then find a little more depth to your twist on your exhales. Stay in your twist, lifting into stargazer pose. Press into your right palm. Circle your left arm overhead, lifting your hips. And softly lower down. Make your way onto all fours now. Tucking your toes under. Walk your hands in toward your knees for a toe stretch. Option to keep your hands on the floor for more support here, or walk your hands to the top of your thighs. Sit more upright. Take 3 to 5 cycles of breath. And hands to the floor if you had them lifted. Release, untuck the toes, and briefly pat out the tops of your feet into the mat. And then tuck your toes under once more. Separate your feet so they're about hips distance apart. And we'll come to a standing forward fold, walking your hands in, lifting your hips, softly bending your knees. You're holding opposite elbows, draping your upper body over your thighs. And here you might like to bend one knee and then the other. You might like to sway a little side to side. And then release your hands to the floor and step out to downward facing dog. Hands forward, feet back. Finding your comfortable stride. And then slowly stretch the back of your legs, spike your heels. And then bending both knees quite deeply, draw your chest toward your thighs. Offer your spine, your side waist, your arms their full extension. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, lower your heels toward the mat, any amount. Finding stillness in your shape now. Returning to the calmness of your breath. Take a full breath in. And a slow breath out. On your inhale, raise your right leg, three-legged dog. On your exhale, step to lizard lunge, right foot forward into the right lane of your mat. Lower your left knee to the floor. An option to elevate your hands onto a block if you have one here for a little more space. Also could be on the fingertips or lower onto your forearms if that's available. Adding some light engagement through your legs, you're lightly pressing your left buttocks forward. And at the same time, without moving your right foot, you're acting like you're dragging your heel back. So keep that, move your weight into your right heel, lift your toes, and angle your right foot toward 1 o'clock. Stretching a little deeper into your right inner thigh. Again, weight into your right heel and pivot your right toes toward 3 o'clock or any amount there. Might be 2:30. And then tick-tock back to your lunge. Face your right toes forward. Come to your fingertips here for the half splits on this diagonal. So lean your buttocks back. Hands can stay forward or walk back with you. Straighten into your right leg. Flex your right toes, folding forward to the inside of your right thigh. And then lunging forward, rebend your right knee, twist to your right. Left hand can push into the floor or onto a block. Raise your right hand to the sky. And then take your right hand to the back of your head. Breathe in, point your right elbow high. Breathe out, lower and tap your right elbow toward your inner right foot. Twice more. And on this inhale, reach your right hand to the sky. And then lower your hand to the floor. We'll move into a gate pose at the top of the mat. Slide your left knee forward next to your right foot. And then step your right foot wide to your right, straightening your right leg. Rise upright, arms overhead. And then side bend over to your right. Inhale, return through center. And then lower your left hand to the floor to the left. Lift and engage your right leg. Flex your foot. And then bend your right knee and squeeze your right heel toward your buttocks. So you've got that engagement. Option to stay here or connect your right hand with your right foot, finding a mild arch to your spine and kicking your foot into your hand if you have the bind. One more breath in. And then release your right foot. Take your hands to the floor and lower your right knee next to your left. With your feet spaced, tuck your toes under and return to a standing forward fold. On your inhale, slide your hands to your shins. Take a halfway lift. Exhale and fold over your legs. On your inhale, rise tall to stand. Sweep your arms overhead. And lower your hands to prayer, center of your chest. Take a moment to pause, stand tall. A full breath in. And a long breath out. Interlace your fingers now, take a deep breath in. Exhale, turn your palms forward, round your spine, reach your arms forward. On your inhale, palms to the sky, gently arch your spine. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Full breath in, open your chest, send the knuckles down. On your exhale, bend your knees and take a forward fold over your legs. You can let your arms float away from your back in your own comfortable range. Release your hands. Take your hands to your shins, lengthen your spine forwards. And on your exhale, step out to downward facing dog. On your inhale, raise your left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, step to lizard lunge, left foot to the outer left lane of your mat. Soften your right knee to the floor. And rather than relaxing into a really passive stretch here, engage, scissoring your feet toward one another. Light squeeze to your right buttocks. Then widen your collarbones. Reach your chest forward. And then move your weight into your left heel, lift your toes, angle your left toes out. And then the next few breaths, we're just taking that same exploration through the foot as before. And then tick-tock back to your lunge, face your left toes forward. Come to the fingertips for the crooked half splits. Lean your buttocks back. Straighten any amount into your left leg and flex your foot. Hinging forward from the hips to fold to the inside of the left thigh. And lunging forward. And we twist to the left, raise your left hand to the sky. And then take the left hand to the back of your head. Breathe in. Exhale and lower and tap your left elbow toward your inner left foot. Twice more. Next inhale, reach your left hand to the sky and lower your hand to the floor. Moving into gate pose at the top of your mat, slide your right knee forward next to your left foot. Then step your left foot wide to the left, straightening your leg. As you're ready, rising upright, arms overhead. And then side bend over to your left. Return through center, breath in. And then lower your right hand to the floor to your right, lift and engage your left leg. Flex your foot, bend your left knee and squeeze your heel towards your buttocks. Either that or take a bind for a quad stretch. So you're connecting your left hand with your left foot, pushing your foot into your hand. One more breath in. And release your left foot, hands to the floor. Lower your left knee next to your right so your feet are spaced. Tuck your toes under, return to your standing forward fold. Maybe in the middle of the mat there. This time with your fingertips on the floor, we'll come to a Yogi Squat. So heel your feet wide to the side edges of your mat, lower your hips any amount. And press your palms to touch, center of your chest. And so ease your elbows to your inner knees and then resist just a little with the knees to widen through your inner thighs. And then lower your hands to the floor, stepping back to downward facing dog, hands forward, feet back. And inhale now, raise your right leg up and back. And we'll move into single pigeon pose. Place your right knee forward to the back of your right hand and extend your left leg straight back. So be on the fingertips just to begin. Elevate your chest. Adjust your hips so you feel comfortable and they feel level. An option to place a folded blanket under your right buttocks for more support. And then walk your hands forward, fold over your right thigh. So take a few breaths to loosen, soften, allowing your shoulders to relax. Releasing the expression from your face. And walk your hands back in and step back to downward facing dog. A little pedal and stretch out through your heels. And then inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, pigeon pose on your left. If you are tighter through the hips, your left heel a little closer in toward your pelvis and take some support under your left buttocks. On the fingertips, find a mild spinal arch and then folding forward to your own degree. And walk your hands in, lift your chest, step back to downward facing dog. On your inhale, shift forward to a plank pose. You're welcome to lower your knees here as we lower to the belly. We'll transition into a prone shoulder stretch. Reach your right arm out at shoulder height. And then tent your left fingers, roll to your right hip. Your legs can remain stacked here if this feels like enough, or step your left toes to the floor behind. As you linger in this shape, stretching through the front of your shoulder, relax your head, but keep a press to the right palm, right shoulder. And then return to your belly, change sides. And then release, come back to your belly. Walk onto your forearms in a Sphinx variation here, elbows just forward of your shoulders, and we'll flow. Keep your legs engaged in a light squeeze to the glutes. On your inhale, work towards straightening your right arm. And as you exhale, lower down. Inhale, straighten into your left arm. And exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale up, right side. Exhale down. This time as you straighten your left arm, work towards straightening your right arm. And then bend your left, bend your right, and keep going. So creating a flowing oval movement through the spine. And next time you lift into your Sphinx, arms towards straight, hold there. Full cycle of breathe. And lower down. Take your hands to frame your chest and slowly press back to child's pose. Bring your knees wide, big toes to touch. Resting forwards. And then walk your hands in, come upright. Shift your legs forward, around in front of you. Take a seat. Move into a twist, bend your right knee. Place your right foot to the outside of your left leg. Settle your right fingertips to the floor, near your left buttocks. Inhale, reach your left hand to the sky. Exhale and twist. And then release from your twist and change sides, just mindfully setting up. Revolving to your left now. Send your gaze forward, unravel, and take a final forward fold here. So your option is to sit on the edge of a folded blanket to encourage your pelvis to tilt forward. Legs could be straight, toes flex, or offer yourself a little space. Place a light bend in the knees. As you're ready, lengthen and then forward fold over your legs. And then lift your chest. We'll just take a final minute here to rest in stillness. You might like to lay down on your back in Shavasana or sit upright, making yourself comfortable. And then ask your body to be still and quiet except for the movement of your breath. I'll be back to guide you back shortly. And softly now, gradually stretch out, flicker some movement into your hands, your feet. If you're upright, perhaps loop the shoulders a few times. And then take the next few breaths to join me in a comfortable upright seat if you're laying back. And thanks so much for taking this time to practice with me. I hope you're feeling more at ease in your body. Have a wonderful rest of your day ahead. Namaste.